You're literally putting your dick in the leader of a foreign state, who is a man, at the biggest political event before the election. And you're asking me not to tell the president about it. Bam. Now that's how you start a Tuesday morning meeting. Folks, forget coffee. Just pure, unadulterated panic.
That's Zara, the Deputy Chief of Staff, discovering the central liaison. It's hardly representative of the book's nuanced exploration of identity politics within.
Nuanced. Oh, the president's son is secretly boinking the Prince of England. It's like The Crown fanfiction, written by someone who mainlines Red Bull. This week, on Heart Radio, we're diving face first into Casey, McQuiston's red, white, and royal blue. Idip. Prepare for diplomatic incidents and questionable life choices.
The premise is provocative. Alex Claremont-Diaz, the first son, and Prince Henry of Wales are forced into a fake friendship after an international cake-related disaster.
A 75,000 cake. $75,000. That's more than my car, which, admittedly, is saying nothing. But still, they fall face first into it at a royal wedding. If that's not a metaphor for falling in love, I don't know what is. Probably means the author thinks love is messy, expensive, and ends with frosting in places you don't expect.
Or perhaps it signifies the shattering of public personas. Alex, the infuriating and narcissistic, according to some reviews, which I find reductive, but certainly ambitious, driven.
A bisexual disaster. The kids call him ADHD icon. He's that guy at the party who corners you. He to talk about his 5-year plan, while simultaneously spilling his drink down your back. You know the type. Probably thinks quoting Hamilton during foreplay is peak romance.
The historical allusions in their correspondence are actually quite clever, demonstrating a depth of connection beyond mere physical.
Oh, the emails. Right. See attached bibliography. Who says that? Nerds. Extremely horny nerds. But Prince Henry. Okay. Initially he's this icy perfect prick. Right? Total stuck. But then he turns into this wounded bird. All repressed and anxious because his grandpa wears a crown and doesn't like feelings.
Henry's character arc explores the immense pressure of inherited duty versus personal authenticity. His grief and anxiety are palpable. He's trapped in a gilded cage, struggling against centuries of tradition and expectation. It's quite poignant.
Poignant. He ghosts Alex Sue. Just vanishes. Pulls a total Vinny. My cousin Vinny. Disappeared for 3 weeks. After Thanksgiving dinner. Because Aunt Carol asked if he was seeing anyone special. Henry's like the Carl Lewis of emotional unavailability. Royal pain. In the arse. And what about their sex life? The book hints. Reviewers scream. Spice. But is it like HBO spice or just suggestive hand-holding?
The intimacy is portrayed effectively, focusing on emotional connection rather than gratuitous detail, though it's certainly not YA. Your fixation is predictable. Can we discuss Zahra, the real hero? That woman deserves a medal, or at least hazardous duty pay. Imagine walking in on that.
Zara's the Jew 8. No notes. But the sidekicks. June, Nora, Pez. Apparently, there's a whole fan theory about what happened between them in a hotel room. See? People want the dirt. Not Arafat. The geopolitical ramifications.
Which brings us to the question, is red, white and royal blue, actually good, or just wish fulfillment froth? The political subplot, for instance. Some readers found it thrilling, a hopeful fantasy of progressive politics. Others called it boring propaganda and skimmed entire chapters.
Okay, confession. I skimmed. Sue me. I didn't sign up for C-SPAN. I signed up for enemies. To lovers with crowns and conspiracies. One reviewer said, and I quote, "This book healed me. This book is my therapist." Another one called it 50 Shades crap, which feels wrong. But maybe they just hated the PowerPoint slide?
EXPLORENDIORCCUALITOYEELTAY BETO ESITAVITO BEBKTT pure INCEOF Ian Lindy, presented by Alex's mother, the president. The audacity is admirable, in a terrifying, political, operator sort of way.
It's hilarious. Imagine your mom making a PowerPoint about your sex life. My mom just leaves pamphlets about sensible footwear on my pillow. But seriously, the reactions are wild. People, online, act like Alex and Henry are real people. They need to protect us. Call me Leonidas, because I would die defending this book. It's a rom-com.
It clearly resonates deeply with many, offering representation and a sense of optimistic escapism, though the critique about it being unrealistic seems willfully obtuse. That's rather the point, isn't it? A modern fairy tale.
Unrealistic. You think? A Democratic woman president from Texas, whose bisexual son is dating the Prince of England during her reelection campaign. Nah. Sounds totally plausible. If Alex Claremont-Diaz were a sandwich, he'd be one of those ridiculously overstuffed deli sandwiches that looks amazing, falls apart the second you pick it up. All ambition, ego, and questionable structural integrity.
I refuse to engage with that analogy. It's reductive and, frankly, bizarre. Unlike your baffling defense of that dreadful Fi doorstopper last month.
Hey, sentience had layers. This is just nice. It's nice fluff. Dangerous, potentially world-destabilizing fluff. But fluff, nonetheless. Okay, rating time. Go on. Doff. Hit me with your nuanced, overly analytical score.
Despite its occasional saccharine tendencies and somewhat idealized political landscape, the character work is compelling. I give it 3.5 out of 5 suspiciously well-timed leaks. It achieves its aims, albeit predictably.
Predictable. The cake. The PowerPoint. Zara's sheer, magnificent rage. Okay, whatever. I give it out of 10 HRH. Prince Dickheads. It was fun. It was chaotic. People lost their minds. Job done. Made me want to cause an international incident. Just for kicks.
Please don't. Security already watches you.
All right, folks. That's our time. Next week, we're tackling Gregor Samsa's Guide to Minimalist Living. Apparently, it's about decluttering your humanity. Sounds uplifting.
I highly doubt it. Until next time, this has been Heart Book Radio. Try not to start any diplomatic crisis.